Hey. Welcome back to Voices of Reality. Soon the name will be changed. So don't get too comfortable. It's going to be even better and it's going to represent us. But we are back with another episode of Real Housewives of Beverly Hills, episode 15. We almost at the end, but we catching up because we need to go in depth, do a deep dive into these episodes. So thank you again, as we always say, for coming back. Don't forget to hit that like and subscribe button now. And we're going to say that again when we leave. But let's jump right into it. Let's unpack this episode. Okay? They continue from the homeless, not toothless
yes,
event.
You got it right.
Yes, okay. So it continues. The saga continues with them at the event where Renna has a breakdown. They finish comforting her over it. And this is when Crystal addresses her the rumors and the rumor mill going around that she's not getting help. Like, she wants people to know that she is getting help and that she's been getting counseling since she was 13 up until today. We didn't know that last episode.
Yeah, we didn't know that last episode. It was good that she said it, but to me, it's like, wow. I mean, I don't know anything about this eating disorder, but you've been getting counseling for 13 years as nothing has worked?
No, since she was 13. That's even longer.
Even longer. Because she's what, 30 now? 30 something?
She's like in her late 30s, I think, or mid 30s. Same thing.
Let's say maybe 20 years. So that's pretty sad that she hasn't been able to get the proper treatment. And again, she touches about whatever she's going through, but she doesn't really go into too much details. I don't feel like there's a lot of details about it. She did touch on when she first started in, last season, of how she was insecure because she was always around Caucasian women, blue eyes, blonde hair, and her being Asian. So, I mean, like I said in my last video, I want to see her fight this and actually see improvement.
I was thinking the same thing. Like, she's not giving details. Okay, you've been getting counseling since she was 13 years old. What is going on that you didn't get help from then up until today? Did it help? Why? Like, what are they going to do differently that you're not going to be 70 years old still getting help? We need to know something's going wrong. Something's not being done right for you. Like, let's talk about it. But they didn't. Whatever. So the next thing.
She do counseling and it worked, and then she went back to binging or whatever she does.
Yeah, but what's going to stop her? I mean, is this a lifelong thing? Like, does it, like, I would think people stop eventually, but I guess it's just like being like I'm attributing to drugs. I don't hope nobody come after me, but I'm thinking that if you are bulimic or you have an eating disorder, isn't it like an addiction type of thing where you need help? And I guess people do have relapses, but she just didn't even say, like, is she having we need like you said, we didn't get details. Is she relapsing? Did it never help? Is she just seeking counseling? I have crackheaded uncles like that. Like, they always getting counseling, but they still, not to say being eating disorders like crackheads, but I have uncles that have been getting help since they was like young, and they like in their 60s now still on drugs. So it's like, what is going on? You've been getting counseling. Something ain't right. But I don't know. But the next scene, we going on to Sutton. Sutton seems to get a backbone here. She addressed Erika in this scene, and she was basically like, she wanted to know, she went back to Erika saying that she's a liability to Garcelle. And then she starts bringing up that an attorney called her about Erika, and they gave her a subpoena or something like that to come to trial. And she was basically like, you talk about I'm a liability, but you are a liability. I was like, okay, Sutton.
I was very proud of Sutton, but of course she always falls short. With that, it was, I think Kyle and some of the other ladies, maybe Dorit, were also they received subpoenas for that. But last season, that was what Sutton was trying to tell the ladies, that, you know, with Erika's case, we are putting ourselves in a situation where she could become a liability for us, or the fact that we're friends with her, that people may assume that we're supporting or feel like what was, you know, maybe we knew some of the things that were happening. So I think that's what Sutton was trying to explain last year. And then Erika just went crazy and attacked Sutton, thinking Sutton was saying something that was wrong. But this proves that what Sutton was saying last season was accurate.
Yeah, I did appreciate the fact that, like, when she threw it back at Erika, I was like, she definitely has a valid point. Like, how are you going to call me a liability when you are a liability to all of us? You have a lot of lawsuits against you, and now you bringing us into it. And like she said, she has to pay. She got an attorney. Sutton got an attorney to handle that situation and respond to it. And an attorney's not free. They get paid by the hour, as we know. And it's like, now she had to spend money. Now you become a liability to me. So I get what she was saying. I liked her analogy, and it was cool. So I just think that Sutton needs to keep the momentum going when she's going at these women, because she has such a great point. But like you said, she started to fall a little bit short. Dorit and Kyle started to chime in because she said, you got a lot of lawsuits. So
Dorit said that too. Hey, Kyra, welcome back, girl.
Yes.
Wait, Sutton said this? Who said this?
When Sutton said, you have a lot of lawsuits, and she was talking to Erika, she was addressing Erika at that point. And then when she said that, it was like Sutton had a lot of great points, but her little cheerleading squad, Dorit and them, was like, the way you said a lot of lawsuits was so offensive. And it's like, come on, like, y'all trying to pick at every little thing now. True. Like, come on now.
True. Kyra said, you know how many of the women were named the lawsuits because of being on the show with her? Exactly, Kyra. Before you came in, this is what I was saying. That's what Sutton was trying to say last season, that being around Erika, being friends with Erika, Erika is a liability to them. This is why Sutton wanted to keep her distance, because she didn't want to be involved in anything. And I totally agreed with what Sutton was saying, especially if I'm not your BFF. We're not even that close. I'm not going to put my livelihood, my name, or my businesses or anything at stake. So I fully agreed with Sutton last season, but I felt like they all started attacking her, even though they all felt the same way.
They did. And then Erika says, I told you, and you should have been asking me questions. And then Dorit, yes, you were the only one asking questions. So of course you're going to get subpoenaed. And then Garcelle again had to jump in and say, no, okay, we all ask questions. Stop lying. And then I like the editors, they panned back and then they brought in, like, when everyone started asking questions to Erika. So Garcelle is right. She's not trying to be a bodyguard. She's telling the truth.
I agree.
Yeah, so
Kyra said that heifer has a lot of lawsuits, from 50 mil civil RICO. Was RICO? I don't know.
Racketeering.
Excuse me. Suit that has been sent to the feds to $1 million individual victims. Yeah, I saw the documentary. They had a documentary about her husband.
Yes, very explosive, like information that they let us know that she wanted to keep hidden, like she didn't know. Erika knew a lot of things that was going on. I don't think she knew some of the things, maybe that he was stealing with his law firm and stuff like that, and, you know, laundering money and stuff, but she knew a lot. She knew there was some crookedness going on.
I think she knew there was probably some crookedness going on, but did she know what type of crookedness? Like stealing money from burn victims, amputees? Or did she know, okay, maybe he's doing some stuff that I really don't know about? I don't know if she knew in depth of what he was doing. Kyra said, I can't read it. Where? She said also Erika was implying that Erika or Tom would sue Sutton, not some other lawyer would be reaching out to her. Oh, that is true.
Yeah, she was implying that he had dementia. And I do, yeah, that's what I'm saying. But I just think that she was implying all of this stuff that wasn't true. I think she was trying to throw, like, people off and try to give excuses for her husband. I think once she knew and she was put on that, it's just like with the diamond earrings. Like, she knows those came from bad money. Like she knows like that came from stolen money of the victims, but she's still not willing to give it up. So I believe that even when she know things are wrong, she's still gonna try to fly under the radar and try to still double down on it. I don't believe it.
I don't think you think Tom really has dementia.
No.
I think he's lying too, and he has a lot of. Well, I don't know how much money he has now. Anybody could pretend they have dementia. How would they even know? Like, you could act like you don't remember, act crazy. I don't think he does. He feels like if I act like I have dementia, they're not gonna come after me. I don't think he really has dementia.
I don't think so either. And like Kyra said, she most definitely knew the year before it all blew up, because she was even getting subpoenaed and depositions for the burn victims case where he was missing the money. And that's what I believe too. I believe if she didn't know, she might not have knew years and years ago when he was doing it. But I do believe they let her know, like, listen, girl, it's about to go down. You need to get your things and get the F up out of here, because it's about to hit the fan. So I stole money. I did this. I did that. I think she knew all along. And then she was like, that's when she was like, oh my God, I'm getting a divorce. He's cheating. No, he's stealing money from burn victims and dead people. So
yeah. I think she got a heads up, and that's why she decided to divorce him.
And I think even though she knows he was wrong, she's still like doubling down on his dementia and still like acting like she didn't know. And I believe that now you got the information that he was stealing money. Now what are you going to say? You still defending him? And she's still defending him.
So I don't. The whole defending him, I don't think it's because she loves him. She's such a loyal wife. I'm just wondering if her attorneys are telling her not to say certain things, not to take accountability, not to incriminate him. Because I think there were certain implications in some of the episodes that she felt if she was to feel the type of way towards him, that is kind of saying he's somewhat guilty. So I think maybe her attorneys are telling her not to like show non-support for him. I don't know, because I think if I was in a situation, oh man, he did this. I've lost everything because of you. I'm now in these lawsuits. My name is tainted. I would have been talking.
I don't think. Let me tell you something. You know, I had a very active lifestyle. Huh? I've been in some. I'm just going back to my lifestyle. I've had a very active lifestyle. So I've been in sort of when I was in my younger heydays. Let me tell you something. I was in a federal case like that. Marshall's done broke my door down. Okay.
Elisa,
one day I'm gonna tell a story, but I honestly did not know what was going on. And I remember them grilling me like a cheeseburger, and it was like, we know you had something to do. And I really did not know. I really didn't. And they was like, we know. One of them was on me like, we know you lying, and I was like, I'm not lying. Then they saw my criminal justice degree on the wall, and they was like, that's when they calmed down. I don't know. I swear that's what made them calm down. And I remember when one of them was like, listen, she really does not know anything. And then when he told the other guy that, they knew, like, but one thing, like I said, they couldn't catch the person they was trying to catch. And they was like trying to pull me in on it and like to see if I knew anything, which I really didn't. Thank God I didn't. But I remember them even afterwards feeling like I had something to do with it. But my whole thing was disassociating myself from that and letting them know, like, listen, I wasn't trying to snitch on nobody, but I was like, listen, I don't have nothing to do with that. I don't know, but I don't know what happened. I'm not defending. I wasn't defending anyone. That's what I'm saying. I just think she's defending him. That's the difference. Like, I was making sure I wasn't defending no one that was affiliated with crime, because I knew once I started defending and trying to act like, no, it wasn't. That's not what happened. No, listen, I don't know what happened. I don't know nothing about that because I really didn't know. But y'all do what y'all go do your job, and good luck. Goodbye. And that was it. That was like the end of it. They washed their hands of me, and I was good. Like, so that's what I'm saying. I know I've been in that situation. So on the side with Erika, I just don't understand. Like, she's still like, I feel like she's making it worse for herself doing this stuff.
I agree. Well, Kyra got a lot to say. Go, Kyra. She said, I think she knew longer. She acts like she was all hands off, but she worked in the law office for 10 years, was a director for one of his financial company. EJ Global wasn't paying any money. Oh, she was not. Wait, Erika worked 10 years with him?
Yeah, she worked in his office a lot. Yeah.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Because she used to be like a bartender or a waitress. She was like, she did not have like a career.
What the hell was she doing in a law firm?
Working for him. You know, once these lawyers, these partners of a law firm, once they get on and you like a little, I don't want to say little in case some waitresses come at the waitress association come after me. But if she was a waitress, you know he's a partner in the law firm. So of course he's gonna pull her in.
Oh, so wait, that's when they weren't dating at the time? He gave her a job at the law firm? Or this
I think they were dating because they met when she was a waitress.
Yeah, I know that. But then did he marry her when she was a waitress?
I think they was dating and then she worked into the law firm, right, Kyra? Like I think.
Kyra, let us know, girl. The tea. You got the tea. We want to know. I didn't know she.
I know she was eventually working in his law firm.
Doing what? So she's married to him. Why the hell is she working there? I need to know.
You know these wives be home not doing nothing. They be married to these rich men needing something to do with themselves. My I don't want to say my attorney, but I ain't even gonna bring in case he might be coming across this channel, so I'm not gonna say nothing.
So Kyra said she's on TV acting like he hasn't been disbarred finally for the California bar for failing his financial duty to his clients. I agree. Sorry for all the info. I love legal stuff, and I'm disgusted that Erika's getting on international TV, misleading the public on Tom's wrongdoings, which is what he has her. Yes, that is true. Not interesting. She's on national TV. And acting like this man didn't really do anything. He has dementia. He was old and feeble. And what he was doing was coerced to doing wrong.
That's what I'm saying. I just think, like I said, I've been in a situation like that, and I wasn't even on TV. I just think she's playing too dumb. And then she's not only playing dumb, she's defending everything. Like, I just think the way that you kind of you don't got to defend it, which I wasn't doing when I was in that situation, but I would dissociate myself from it all the way. I'm not going to double down on defense of it. I just think that's what she's making it worse and what's making people not like her. But I must admit, it is making the show more interesting. Like, I don't know. I just think the way she is it's making me glue. Like, she's like the villain of the show. So yeah, I'm glued.
She's bringing excitement. So Kai, she worked at one of his restaurants. I didn't even know he owned the restaurant he met her at. And they met, then she worked in a law firm. Maybe he then gave her a job like, oh, you don't need to worry, waitress, come and work on my law firm.
That's what I think. And I think sometimes these women, when they get with these guys with money, it's like, you know what, you can go handle my, answer the phones and do something, like have them around. And that's what I think. Coming from a law firm field, I see things all the time with these partners.
No brains, but her boobs are out to here. She doesn't even know how to work the dash. What is it? The dash.
And they staying late doing overtime, putting in all these billable hours.
Well, overtime, I bet.
Exactly. I've seen it my own eyes what be going down, but that's a whole nother story.
It feels like her innocence relies on Tom being innocent, which is, it seems like she's defending Tom because if he's guilty, so is she.
I don't believe that. Like I said, I think dissociating yourself from the crimes and like, oh my God, he did that? That's disgusting. Like, I would never, I never knew about this. Like, I just would be so like making it seem like I'm not like a part of that. But that's me. It worked for me. Okay. But I really didn't know anything. But anyway, moving on to the next scene. Yeah, then Kyra said, then she on TV acting like she has to be on the show to pay her bills. Meanwhile, Tom's friend of 20 years is paying her legal fees of almost $1 million.
Really?
Yes.
Kyra, where are you getting this tea?
No, that's true. I heard about it too, girl. I'm behind the scenes too. The attorney from that law firm funnels her money in Miami. She met him in Miami and he gave her 20 million, funneled it, not 20 million, whatever kind, millions, to pay her legal fees. Yes.
She must have slept with him.
No, I think that's a part of but you never know. I don't know, but I don't think so. I think it's like them having Tom Girardi's back. Like, listen, we all are thieves. So they just helping, all the thieves are helping each other.
Or maybe they feel he might snitch. Because could it be a possibility? Did he do all this by himself?
I think they would have went. I think everybody would have went down.
Oh, she said, Lisa, that is what she should be doing, but I think she's acting like that because because her hands aren't clean. Well,
that's true because my hands were clean. But yes, I do agree that the hands weren't. Her hands are not clean. So that's why I think she's like, because I guess a guilty person is always gonna like defend themselves, the guilty, and the other guilty people. So I get it, but I don't know.
Maybe defending Tom makes her feel better about her own doings, her own parts in this.
Yeah, but I think when it comes to the feds, though, like they do not play around. Like that's why I think like even if like those other partners within the firm, if they had something to do with it, when it comes to the federal government, they don't take cases unless they know it's going to stick. Like they not like the state, the city, and all these like little flim flam criminal cases. The feds do not mess around. When they get somebody, it's like they are 99% guilty. So it's like I feel like they build up these cases. That's why I think I don't know. Something's going on with Erika, but who knows? I think when it comes to money, she is wrong with those diamond earrings and stuff. But listen. Let's go on to the next scene because we could talk about this. This can be a whole story by itself.
Yeah.
So the next scene was when Diana like kind of like goes at Garcelle and she's like, says that Garcelle seems like guarded and she feels like she has to work extra hard to be her friend. And she just kind of like turns it on like Garcelle all of a sudden.
Well, I think she feels that way because I don't think Garcelle acted like that. Garcelle was friends with Sutton. I think they're true friends off the show. And if you're coming at my friend, I'm going to defend her. I mean, Diana came very hard at Sutton. So if you're coming at my friend, I just met you. I don't have to like you. I may not like you. I mean, I want to get to know you. So, and then I remember Garcelle's birthday party, how Diana kind of went at Garcelle. So I think that's why that because of this like she had towards Sutton, Garcelle never even tried to get to know Diana. I wouldn't too if that's like my really good friend.
Yeah, I would because I would want to know what their problem is. Like I probably would like dig deeper just so I can just like see what the hell is your problem. Like I would being like I'm a psych major. Like I would want to know what is the problem. Like I would talk to her and get to know her just to figure out like what's the deal. And I just think that Garcelle did give her an opportunity. Like Garcelle said, she spoke to her at the party. Remember at the Christmas party that Diana had, and they sat down when I think Garcelle had that gold Christmas tree jacket on, the shingles, the gold ones. They sat down and she said to her, like, she apologized to Garcelle, and then Garcelle said, yes, let's get to know each other, let's start new. And like Garcelle said, I thought we had a discussion about this already. Like, what's the problem? So it's like they had a discussion and now you're just trying to come at me for nothing, like for no reason.
I mean, I wouldn't give her a time of day anyway if I was Garcelle. Like, I don't want to get to know you.
And yes, and like Kyra said, when did Dirty Diana try to get to know Garcelle? Garcelle is the only person who asked her a personal question that didn't involve her money. Exactly. Garcelle even brought a gift for her daughter. That's what I'm saying. Like Garcelle did, like, I just think she was trying to come at, like, kind of pile on and come at Garcelle, like, for no reason. It's like she just wanted to pick at her.
Well, maybe she, yeah. I mean, sometimes that happens. Like, I don't like, that part I didn't really get either. I didn't get why she came at Garcelle, but again, Garcelle handled herself very classy.
Yeah, and then she says that they made nice, and then I like the part when Garcelle was like, listen, if you want to get to know me, Google me, okay? You're not going to get to know me. So I like that part because I agree. You're not going to get to know me now. Too late, okay? Yeah, but then, huh?
I say I like Garcelle.
Yes. And then, what's her name? Renna, here she come, big lips. She's like, did you hear? Huh?
I said with the big lip.
Yes, the formed lips. But she says, did you hear her? Did you hear her? Do you remember that part?
Hear about what?
When Diana, Dirty Diana, like Kyra said, when Dirty Diana says like that she doesn't feel like she knows her and she's not trying to, Garcelle's like guarded, and then here go Ren is like trying to
Oh
double
yeah,
down on it.
butting in.
Yeah, did you hear her? Did you really hear her? And then I like the way they started snickering, like Garcelle and Kathy, like, what, Renna? What?
Yeah, I like Kathy Hilton, and I like her with Garcelle or with Sutton. So guess I can't stand her now. I mean, thank God I'm not on that show because I don't know what I would do to that lady.
I know. I know. I would be like Kim. Remember when Kim? You wasn't watching it then when Kim broke the glass and she was ready to hit.
No,
Yeah.
Rena was the one that broke the
Rena
glass.
broke the glass. Yes, that's true. Okay, yeah, damn Kim. Kim should have broke that glass. Maybe in my mind that was like wishful thinking. She should have broke the glass. Well, I'm not violent.
Yes.
I don't want to say break the glass over her head, but
Kyra said Rena's lips disturb her. I disturb her spirits. Garcelle and Kathy were cracking up. Yes. I agree. I mean, her lips are disturbing. Every time we say Lisa and Rena, my lips crawl. Her lips are even worse than Diana's.
all of them kind of get those big lips. I don't know why, but hers is the worst. But I always feel like all of them, like they don't even look natural. They look swollen. Like
I think
that's how I get.
I don't remember everybody else's lips, but Diana's is obvious because she's always licking it, and then or Lisa Rena's. Rena works hard to help with the 3 liens on her house. She has 3 liens on her house. Oh, jeez. What the hell? Her husband still got a good steady job?
I don't know what his job. Wasn't he an actor too? I don't know what his job is.
Still in acting, does he?
Yeah. But yeah, so Rena's like chiming in and basically, did you hear her? Did you hear her? And then Garcelle was like, what are you talking about? Since you want to talk up so much, what does she mean? Explain to us. And then she's like, she just wants to get to know you. And then I liked how Garcelle kind of like shut everybody up and was like, listen, like, can anyone ever have my back? Like, and say like for once in a while that I am right? And then, they all started joking around because that's when Kyle jumps in and says, Garcelle, you are right. But, it was kind of like a joke. It wasn't like they was really on her side, which they should have been. But I don't know. But I get what Garcelle was saying. And I liked how they laughed it off and then it went on to the next scene.
Kyle said Lean is worth more than the house. In that case, she can't even sell the house.
Mm-hmm.
So she's not going to get anything.
Yes.
Oh my God.
So then the next scene is when Crystal is crying with her husband at the house from the ladies, like pressuring her. And there's basically she's saying that there's a fine line between like the pressure and getting help. She's crying. Then that's when Kathy comes over. It wasn't nothing that came out of that scene for me. It was like, Kathy just came.
Sad, sobby. Moving right along.
Yeah, we hope she gets help. We're praying for you, Crystal.
I love the Garcelle states the obvious about the dividing. There is a divide. It's Garcelle and Sutton against all of them. And Diana's somewhat in the middle, but also an ass kisser.
Then there's the next scene where Erika and Rena are meeting. They explain to each other. They talk about Sutton, how Sutton is the trigger point for them. More or less, basically, they hate Sutton. That's what I got out of that scene when they was like sitting talking. And she said that basically that Sutton is a liability for all of them. They was just like it was a hate Sutton day.
It was pointless because it's as well viewers.
Yeah. Then
what they were saying was facts.
Then they go into the next scene with Dorit and her kids when Dorit is on the skates. And she got some really smart kids. I don't be liking those scenes with the kids in it. I'd be like, but I do love some smart, respectable kids. And her kids are that. Like, I loved how when she was on the skates, skating through the house. And then like PK was like, get off of the skates. And the kids was like, you are making her nervous. Like, I love that part because they was just basically like telling the fought PK like the psychology behind like the pressure. I just love smart kids. But even though I don't like the kid scenes, but
I didn't quite pay attention because I know you didn't like the kids scenes. So I know it wasn't a topic we would be discussing.
I know exactly because I do skip right by, but that did make me stop. So the next scene is Studio 54 with Garcelle and her big afro. I love that look. And yes, girl, y'all afro girls be doing it. I'm gonna pick mine out. I just don't be having the time to get my afro right, but I love an afro, a nice afro like yours. Yes.
Yeah, Garcelle looked great. She looked the best. Everybody else, Garcelle looked great.
I know. I wanted to get a picture of like what Sutton was wearing. I can't even remember it, but I know I took a note of it. Like, what the hell is she wearing?
But that's all the time for Sutton. All the time. All the time I see her, like, what the hell is she wearing? I rarely see Sutton. I'm like, wow, she looks great.
No, these last couple of episodes, not episodes, but I've been seeing her on like Instagram and like at parties. She's been looking kind of like decent lately. Even at the reunion, I think she had like a decent. I remember having like something decent on.
I think the Lisa Rinna dress is nice.
Yeah, she do. Even though I don't like her, she do have some nice outfits. A lot of times, she do put it together nicely.
Very well. But
yes,
no.
So they all are there. Kyle, I guess that's when she invites everybody to Aspen.
Oh, the Aspen trip is coming up. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, everybody's excited. Diana basically is like, I'm coming, but I'll be staying in a hotel. I'm not like chilling with you guys. I'll be staying separately.
With the peons. Like, you guys are beneath me. Why would I want to spend my time in Aspen? Because they made it seem like so luxurious. Why would I want to hang out with you people? I could, rent a mini mansion for a week.
Yeah, exactly.
I think that's how she acted. And then she kind of played off like, oh, because I have Ghostbusters. I get it. People have their own beliefs. So sometimes you want to just be in a and you got to think you're with a bunch of women. She may not particularly like them. They're not her crowd that she probably would hang out with if it wasn't for the show. So sometimes you just want to have your own peace. You don't want to be around them, the cattiness. And when we do talk about Aspen, there was a lot of cattiness going on. So it was a good thing she had her own place.
Mm-hmm.
So I didn't think anything was wrong with it. And like I said, she probably think, oh, you guys are beneath me. The police you have is not going to be as great as what I'm going to get.
I know, exactly. And then she said she needs to do like a Ghostbuster thing, like in there. She needs to do like some seance and stuff like that.
Yeah,
so
I mean, I wouldn't have taken it personal. Well, if I was planning a trip, I probably would have taken it personal. But the outcome of the trip justifies why she is justifiable to her that I made the right decision.
Yes, I agree. So then they go on and are they the toothless, the homeless but not toothless homeless not toothless charity comes up where they can't even figure out, like we said before, like they need to change that name because I still can't get the name right. So, but I love how Kathy just chimes in now at the right moment, and her not being down with the bully crew. That's the part that I love. Like Kathy does her own thing, and it's not with Lisa Rinna and her sister. Like she's with the decent women.
Yeah, she's Team Garcelle and Sutton.
Yes. Like, and at least I love that she has a brain of her own.
Yeah, and her and Garcelle were laughing at the name. But I think Kathy's a little quirky, like Sutton, but not maybe to that extreme.
Mm-hmm.
Fashion they're similar. Both of them have somewhat bad fashion. So I think Kathy has some sense. I could see me getting along more with Kathy than Kyle. Nah, I'm not a fan of Kyle. I like Kathy Hilton. I mean, from the show, what I've seen on the show. I don't know about personal, how she's off the show.
I don't know. We got to talk about that, those last episodes with, in the club. We definitely got to get to that because I have a lot to say. I think there was a lot going on behind the scenes.
We'll get to that. I got my own thoughts. So, yeah. Kyra said, Kathy be hanging out with Son and Garcelle off screen quite a bit. Yeah. So they actually do have a friendship outside of the show.
Yeah, that I do like. I do think Kathy has another side to her, but I think overall, I think she's a really genuinely nice person. I think I don't know what it is about her and Kyle. Something there that is like a wedge.
Yeah, that even Kyle has those three sisters is just a big mess.
But it seems like it's not messy between them. I feel like it's them against Kyle. Like I don't feel like I never hear about Kathy and Kim going at it. Like it seemed like it's Kim and Kathy against Kyle.
Maybe Kyle's a problem.
Yes, vile, as Kyra calls her. Vile Kyle is that mean, insecure girl.
Girl who wants everyone to like her. Yes, she does want everyone to like her. So you never know. We don't know the whole story, but if there's, we'll get to talk about more in our next videos, but I think Kyle could be the problem.
I don't know. We got to delve into that because I got a lot to say too, because I don't know about that. This last couple of episodes. But yeah, so Sutton Dorit says that Sutton hit below the belt because she said that Erika has a lot of lawsuits. I don't know. It's just like, it's the truth. Like, I just felt like Sutton was trying to explain herself. But once again, Sutton just couldn't get her, she couldn't get an explanation out that kind of like was confident. It was getting on my nerves. And then finally, Erika basically turns to Garcelle again. Here come them with she feels that Garcelle was pushing a narrative that she has a drinking problem.
And again, I was like, here we go. Erika's really I'm just like, oh my God, not again. But I think this was the first time she really confronted Garcelle about it. And that's how she felt at that time, but she came off pretty aggressive, sitting across and like, talk to Garcelle. But again, it's one of those things like, oh, well, this is what Garcelle said to you. This is why I made it seem. She got some of the information from Dorit, from Kyle. Mm-hmm. So I feel like sometimes the information gets distorted and it's weird you feel like, oh, this bitch is talking about me and you think I have a drinking problem. And Erika, yes, you do. Yes, you do, Erika.
Exactly. And then one of those times you cursed out her son. Like, come on now. Like, that's just crazy. Like, to me.
Mm-hmm. Kyra said, yeah, I need to be called in. The heifer says out of her mouth that she has, yes, she's making alcohol and drugs. Like, this is the thing I don't understand with Erika. You tell everybody your business. You tell everybody the stuff you're not supposed to be doing and saying, I know I shouldn't be doing this. But then when people judge you about your stupidity, you are now upset. Or if people are concerned, you're mad. I don't get it. If every episode you're drinking, you open up your legs, everybody can see your vagina falling, you hit your head, you're in a birth Christmas party, every damn episode you're drunk. Or you're drinking. You're drunk or you're drinking. At least if you're drinking, not drunk, but you're on camera drunk and you're drinking, mm-hmm. And every time everyone sees you, like every time I'm watching an episode, I'm like, oh, damn, she's drinking. That's what I think. Know. Oh, she's drinking. And I'm not even there in the scene to feel like, oh my God. So just as a viewer, I'm just thinking that. So just imagine being there. You're like, oh my God, is she going to be able to handle her liquor? What kind of stuff she's going to say now or do? And later on in the episodes, we'll see what happens when she has a little bit more liquor. She does go off.
Exactly. And that's the dismantling of the 5 Fox 4 or whatever, 5 or whatever they call themselves. But yes, Erika and Garcelle already had a one-on-one, like Kyra said, and Erika thanked Garcelle for being gentle with her. I just think when they all get together, it's like a bullying thing. Like they're getting together to bully Garcelle and Sutton. That's what it all boils down to. And that's when what she was gonna say.
I'm very disappointed in Garcelle. there's a level of classiness you could do, and there's a
Okay.
level of where you need to stand up and you can still be classy.
Exactly.
At this point, Garcelle, you're disappointing me. I understand you want to not taint your image. You don't want to be as the black ghetto woman. You have endorsements. You have a lot of stuff. You don't want to ruin your reputation in Hollywood. But as a black woman, you really having these white bitches go at you. And
exactly.
You're not saying anything to them. And you look sometimes intimidated, or you just don't stand up for yourself. So I think you could stand up for yourself in a firm way, which I think later on she kind of did. But I think it's not firm enough when it comes to Erika.
You know, I've been saying that from the get-go. I've been saying this all along. It's like, come on, like you have to stand firm. It even gets to a point where they cursing out your kids. Like, come on now. Like, you gotta come in with guns blazing. Like, and I get it. Like you said, I do take into account that she's a black woman and you don't want to be looked at like the aggressive black chick. So it's like you do kind of gotta, you don't got the same luxury and privilege as a white woman. So it doesn't, like, you're going to come off more aggressive. And I do think that's what Lisa Rinna and them want. They're trying to pull that aggression out of her and it's not coming out. So I do, a part of me feel like, yeah, Garcelle, don't give them what they're looking for. You're going to feed into their hand. Don't do it. So I do kind of like it, but I don't know.
There's a way you could do without being ghetto. You could do it where it's not, well, oh my God, she's angry, or I feel, all of a sudden they're scared for their lives. You could do it in a way where you're more firm. You don't back down. I just don't know. I just feel like she missed the mark. She does it, but it goes right over their heads. That's how I feel. I feel like the respect there for Garcelle is not there.
Yeah. I don't think so either. And I think that's why they do try her, but not as bad as they do Sutton. And I do think, and then even at the end when Erika's saying that Garcelle is trying to feed into this like narrative that she has a drinking problem. And then she's like, listen, these are all my girls. These are the people I trust the most. Like the people that kiss her ass, that was kissing her ass. Because I think now that the whole Fox 5 is like dismantled now after the last episodes. But it was just funny how she was like, these are my friends who I trust that can come to me about my drinking problem. And none of them really come to her, except Rinna. I got to give her that. She did.
I think with the whole thing with Garcelle, they want to come at Garcelle, but then they're very mindful of it because they know if they come at her too hard, they're being racist, or they don't like the look how they're treating the black woman. So they're doing it strategically and not like they'll do it, but then they'll back off a little. And then the next person will do it. It's not just that one person going at her because then it's going to become a whole race situation. So like Lisa Rinna will say something, then that kind of stuff. Kyle will say something, and then Dorit doesn't say much. Not in this season. Last season she was. But I think that's what's happening, where each of them do it a little bit, but no one, not just one person. So Kyra said, I think she's not giving them an inch to go further and letting them show their behinds. That is true. She needs to make their behinds. Because look how quick Dorit rolled her neck and raised her voice trying to mimic Garcelle. That is true. Please, Rinna coming to Erika was a setup. Oh, she said Lisa coming to Rinna? Rinna coming to Erika was a setup.
Yeah, well, about her drinking problem, she was trying to act like she was concerned when no one really was. It was like, whatever. I believe, like, I don't know what that was about either. Like, but she did more than what the other ladies did. Like the other ladies kept defending, well, she only got drunk 3 times. She's telling them like she's mixing drugs and alcohol. She's smashing her head into the floor, whatever. Like she's doing things that's just not normal that could escalate. Like, why does everyone keep defending that? But I think the only reason I give Rinna props is because she was the only one that kind of like didn't keep defending. She did say like, listen, girl, you kind of acting a fool. So I did appreciate that little part that she did play. So, I mean, that was like the end of that part when they was all together and she said that she was trying. And then that's when Garcelle said, I don't have to make you look bad. You can do that all on your own.
That was a good comeback.
Finally, she did say something,
Yeah,
and that
I'm like, she ain't saying nothing that bad. My God, you act like she called the woman a bad word. Like they over exaggerated it. I was like, damn.
I think it's because no one said. I think that just goes to show you no one says anything to Erica. Like, so that was like a big deal because it was all over Facebook. Even before they even showed that episode, that part was everywhere, all over for like weeks before it came on.
Yeah, we all knew what she said verbatim.
Exactly. The reaction, everything. Like it was like we knew it because they made such a big deal about it. And I think she should have said worse. Like I don't think like that was nice. Like I don't gotta make you look bad. You can look bad on your own. Like she was like grilling Garcelle. And meanwhile, Garcelle is like concerned about her and she's trying to make it seem like Garcelle had malicious intent.
True. I'm wondering now how it's gonna be in the reunion when she looks back now and said, oh, okay, Garcelle really didn't say anything that bad.
I think this reunion is going to be really good. Wait, it comes on tonight, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. I think this reunion is going to be really good because they said on the last episode of Watch What Happens Live, Andy asked Sutton what was the best part about the reunion or what was the nice, the biggest laugh that you had. And she was like, I can't even recall laughing or anything being funny the whole time. She was like, it really wasn't. We didn't have a toast at the end that we usually do. She was basically like, nothing.
Well, hopefully it's better than the one from Atlanta Housewives.
Yeah. So that was the end of that scene that we, that episode 15, that was the end of it.
There was nothing going on in this episode.
Yeah, it was nothing. I like the next ones when they in Aspen. Now that's what I feel like we got to do that like this week because now the reunion's coming up. That's going to be like the end. So we definitely got to get to that episode and unpack that because that episode when they was in episodes when they were in Aspen was like explosive.
Yeah, that's when it started getting good. So that's it, I guess, for this episode of oh Lord, Beverly Hills Housewives. Thank you for joining Kyra, surviving breast cancer, Mary Richard, everybody else who's here.
Yes, the quiet ones, the lurkers that's not talking, but we appreciate Kyra. All of you others, you got to come out of your shell so we can engage with you too, with Kyra. And we appreciate you, girl, for always chiming in and engaging with us.
Mm-hmm.
And we are going to get some phones. Once we get some more people, we got to get a phone line in so people can like call in and give their like take on it. Yeah, that's going to be interesting.
Yes. So click the notification button to find out when we're going to go live again so we can talk about upcoming videos. And we will be coming on soon tonight to talk about Potomac. I don't know if you guys watch it, but it's juicy, the first episode. And I can't wait to talk about it.
Yeah, so we're going live again. So, Trina's here. Yes, Trina.
We're done. But if you want, stay on. Click our next link to watch us talk about Potomac because that's one of my favorite shows.
Mm-hmm. I like it too, but I don't know if a lot happened this episode, but it is a lot to unpack. So that's good. And thank you, Trina. You too. Come out of your shell. Come talk to us next episode, okay?
Yes. We're here. We're friendly. We're friendly. We want to chat.
Yes.
All right. Good night, ladies.
Yes. Night, night.
Bye.